When you came to the library on Monday, Robin showed you a whole lot of books.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything about what you decided, what makes a book a book?
There has to be pictures, there has to be words,
Letters.
and there has to be pages, and there
Pages.
has to be
Covers.
covers.
Colors. Wow.
Blank slate books are fun, and so when you take them home, it's just a great fun time with your child while you're both learning. You're learning about how your child is getting their education in school, and you're learning about the relationships that you're building with your child.
Aren't these cool books?
Yes.
So let's look at this. This has some writing on the back. So what do you think that is? Oh, I called it the back. You think that's going to be the back?
Yeah.
One
Okay,
of the
so
things
what-
as a teacher, as any teacher librarian, we want students to do is we want to help them to develop higher level thinking. And I think that a board book is the beginning. It's the first step in that process, and it's a wonderful way to do it, and it's a pleasurable way to do it. I mean, kids love to draw and they love to tell stories. So this is a way to pull those two things together.
So right now, you are each going to be an author and an illustrator of your own book.
I'm Zach, and I've been a fourth grade teacher for the past 8 years. My students love working with the blank slate books. They find it easy to approach their subject matter. They love the process. It's a great way for me to see how the students are learning. So today, we get to use the blank slate books. Okay. Raise your hand if you have some ideas for what type of a book we could make. The students love using these books. They dive right into them. They are intuitive enough that they know how to go through the process without being told how to go through the process.
They could have just like a little strip of information.
Would that be a good book to make today?
Yeah. Yeah.
What we're going to do next is do a little brainstorming and come up with the concept and the layout of the book. Sound good? Great. Can't wait.
I'm a librarian for a lot of reasons, but one of the things that I've noticed and witnessed as a librarian, and I know for myself, is that I think it's intuitive, it's innate in human beings to want to tell stories. And there's something about wanting to tell your story that's empowering. Even if you have a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old sitting there making a board book, on some level they have to think about, how am I going to represent this idea? How am I going to show this person? How much can I fit into this frame? And they have to choose their words carefully.
You might choose to design your cover.
Another nice thing about blank slate books is the quality of the product that the children are able to come home with. For schools, this is a wonderful thing because the children are able to come home with something that is a very much an archive quality product. Taking blank slate books home can be a really great opportunity for parents and students alike. Having the chance to work with your child one-on-one, sitting next to each other, actually physically doing some of the work it takes to create this book is a wonderful experience.
But I think there's something just so intimate and wonderful about sitting with your child and reading a book together, and especially a book that they've created. I mean, as a parent, it gives you a glimpse into them, something about them that's important that you might not have come out, or they may not be able to tell you, but they can tell you that in their story.
It's just a great fun time with your child while you're both learning. You're learning about how your child is getting their education in school, and you're learning about the relationships that you're building with your child.
I think the best moments I've had as a parent are when I am sitting with my children, or when they were younger, and I was reading to them one-on-one or together. You can sit down and be cozy with them. You can put them on your lap. I mean, you can have had a miserable day, and you can sit down with a book, and it shifts the energy in this incredible way. This is what they're going to be needing to do to be in this world. They're going to need to look at information. They're going to need to think about it. They're going to need to problem solve. And yeah, it does begin at these very young levels.
You get some FaceTime, and you get a chance to to have fun. It doesn't feel like learning is going on when you're using the blank slate books, but in the end, you know that a lot of learning has happened. They're just phenomenal books. Get them.